What's up, y'all? Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm gonna get this review of Chucky Season 3 out of the way. So, yeah, overall, I think this season was actually pretty decent. The ending was a little weird. I'm not sure where to rank it, like, compared to the other movies in the past two seasons. But it's not at the bottom. I'm just gonna say that it's not, like, near the bottom or anything. Let's just get into the stuff. First of all, the effects this season were pretty dang good, especially like the gore and the blood and guts, all that, pretty good. Like, really good. So, except for like the season finale where you get like the fire breaking out in the White House and stuff, that part was a little weird looking. And those like Jake, Devin, and Lexi dolls looked weird at the end of the finale, but we'll get to that later. So, we got Chucky in the White House this season, which is pretty crazy, not even gonna lie to you. I never would have expected that he'd be in the White House, because the last season kind of ended at like New York. So yeah, we got new characters this season, like Grant, the president, Henry, the little kid, Joseph, who's like his ghost is like appearing around the White House. Speaking of ghosts, this season's got like this thing with ghosts and stuff in the White House. Like, there's this thing going on throughout the season, especially like near the end where Jake is going into the spirit realm to find a good Chucky and stuff like that. So the kills this season, the kills were absolutely brutal as heck in this season. They were really brutal. Like with the cab driver getting like an umbrella shoved down his throat. That was insane. The president getting like his eyes gouged out. That was insane. That girl getting her neck slit and like nearly decapitated. I didn't actually expect the teacher, Miss Fairchild, to like die so soon in the season, because she died in like episode 2, getting smothered with an American flag, like suffocated and stuff. Got a couple gunshots, especially like in the finale, where Tiffany's like planning is like escaping prison and stuff. Speaking of Tiffany this season, she has her own thing going on where she's on death row and like in jail, and she has to escape, and she like uses these voodoo dolls to like hypnotize all the guards to like get them to like help her escape and junk. And at the end, she does eventually escape prison and she doesn't actually die. Nika doesn't really do anything this season. She's just kind of there. The best parts of her were like when she was in the court scene in like episode 3, where she was in court and stuff. And Lexi this season, she has probably the most interesting storyline out of the 3 kids, Jake, Devin, and Lexi, where she's trying to find her sister and stuff. And by the end, they do find Caroline, but of course she's on Chucky's side now, so that's not really too good. And the storyline, my favorite storyline is like where Chucky is like aging. He finds out he's aging and dying. So he goes to this like voodoo doctor guy, and he like tells him that Damballa, his voodoo god, like abandoned him, and he has to like kill 6 people in like an evil location to like get Damballa back on his side so he can like not die. So first he goes to the Amityville house, which it doesn't end up working there. So he goes to the White House, kills like more than 6 people, like 10 people, or 13. like, he kills like 10 people with that giant chandelier, and it doesn't end up working, and he has that little Phantom of the Opera costume on, and he takes the mask off, and it reveals that he's still aging. He's angry about it, and later he's like kind of like depressed and stuff, and he calls up Tiffany to tell her that he's dying, and she tells him to go out in a blaze of glory, which ends up in Chucky like killing the president, getting the nuclear launch codes, and trying to like blow up the world and stuff to go out in a blaze of glory that way, to like take everyone with him and become the biggest serial killer in history. So he like before he dies and gets shot down and fades away into dust, he ends up nuking the North Pole, which is just insane. And he ends up becoming a ghost in the White House, and he like sees Dembala in the spirit realm in the form of a Chucky doll. And he tells him that he has one more chance to like prove himself and like up his game. So he starts killing